My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with my sheer indefatigability, makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor.
7 years apart about, and I think that's a lot better because, I mean, he's developing his business and he's like, I'm not ready to settle down yet. Like, I need a couple years. I'm like, well, that's perfect because that's how much time I need too. So.
Yeah. I don't know. In my opinion, I think the American way is a little bit. It is too late for women. I know. I'll be perfectly honest. I think it is too late for women in the United States. I meet women here who are, I don't know, 19, 20, and I say, oh, what do you want to do with your life? And they'll say something that American women detest. They'll be like, oh, I want to get married and have children, which I think is a beautiful, wonderful goal for life for young women to want to be. If they want to get married and have a beautiful family, I don't see anything wrong with that. Whereas when I speak to people like my sister, who never left the United States, she's your age, lives in America. She's they're older than I'm a little bit older than you. I think she's a lawyer actually. But when I tell her things like that, she's like, oh,
I don't even know.
yeah, I'm telling you. So she'll be like, oh, that's wrong. Women should women should want a career and women should want this.
Yes, that's how I think.
Yeah.
Make something of yourself. I don't know, like here, and I think it just comes down to the lifestyle. Like in Europe, it's so common for the woman to be at home with her kids and take care of the house. Like it's just how it goes. And that's what they want. But here, like, I can't even, like, I just can't stay in the house and do the cooking and cleaning. Like it drives me nuts. Like I need to have something of my own and build myself, because at that point I feel like I'm a submissive partner depending on somebody else, and I can't do that.
There are all these great let's call them career women who've had their careers. I saw on your Facebook you're a big fan of that Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I don't dislike her. Good for her. Amazing woman, did very well, broke a lot of glass ceiling. But anyway, my point is this. I was recently at my grandmother's birthday. She was in Alabama. She was 90 years old. This was 1 year ago. She was turning 90. So I flew all the way from Romania, changed in London to Atlanta, and I rented a car and drove all the way to some redneck town in the middle of Alabama to see my grandmother. She hadn't seen me in like 10 years. So when I got there, so typically in the United States, this whole let's get married at 30 and have kids after our career, this is new. This wasn't the United States of the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. It really wasn't. So my grandmother, I was standing around this room. She had 9 kids, about 30 grandkids, and another 15 great-grandkids, and 1 or 2 great-great-grandkids in this massive room full of people.
Wow.
And I was standing around and everyone was, hugging her and telling stories about her and telling all these beautiful things. And I thought, this is, to me, that's a woman's life fulfilled more so than a woman who, worked in this career or that career. I don't even know what job my grandma ever did. I don't even know what career she ever had, but there were no mentions of it come the end of her life when we were in that big room full of people. She was just looking around at all the life that she created, and she had the biggest smile on her face I can ever remember seeing any woman have. And I treat women very nicely, so that's a very big that's a very big compliment. So I think that this idea, certainly in the minds of Western women, and you are, for all intents and purposes, an American woman. I just don't think it's that beneficial to women or men or to anything.